You often hear people saying that relapse is part of the recovery. This is because many times an individual doesn't make it into long-term recovery without a few relapses on the way. The saying, relapse is part of the recovery, is a way to let people know that relapse does happen and it can be a part of their story. It just doesn't have to be the end of their story. You may be wondering what to do and where to go from here. You might feel defeated and want to give up. Maybe you believe that you don't have what it takes to actually live a life free of drugs or alcohol. This type of belief is unhelpful in the worst of ways because it snuffs out any hope and motivation to pull yourself out of the relapse. Yes, it is terrifying to admit that you have relapsed, but if you are not honest with the people around you, they will not know how to help you. If you are in a recovery program and have a sponsor, you're going to want to talk to them about the relapse immediately. The second thing you should do is forgive yourself. Yes, you've relapsed. You're human and you're in recovery. You have to take the power away from those things by practicing self-forgiveness. Of course, you feel awful for what you have done, but you cannot think that your story is over and that you have no hope. A relapse is only the end of the world if you allow it to be. Addiction changes the way your brain operates, and just because you have some clean time doesn't mean that all of the changes are going to be reversed immediately. A relapse should be a wake-up call that there is more work to do from a therapeutic standpoint. No matter what your situation is, there are treatment options that are available to help you overcome this hurdle in your recovery. Even if you cannot do inpatient, you should go to outpatient to get the help you need. Trusting that you will be able to quit on your own is a nice idea, but it's not always realistic. Treatment can mean the difference between a week-long relapse and a decade-long relapse. Because addiction is a progressive disease, a long relapse is certainly possible. When wondering whether or not to go to treatment, remember that everything you love is at stake. The fourth thing you should do is remember that you cannot control the reaction of your loved ones. Obviously, they're not going to be very happy, and they may say and do things that send the message that they think you are a lost cause. Prove them wrong. Each person will view things differently, of course, and some will have a better understanding of the realities of relapse than others. You have to understand that your loved ones will be afraid to once again set their hopes up only to be disappointed over and over again. Regardless of how they respond, understand that they are doing the best they can to deal with the situation. If you don't want to completely ruin your relationships with people close to you, please go ahead and get yourself help. Don't wait. A relapse prevention is a plan that is put into place that takes into consideration all of the things that trigger you to drink or use. You will come up with ideas of things to do instead of using and how you will deal with all of the feelings that would cause you to use in the past. If you've never created one, you can get into some type of treatment where you can create one. If you have already created one, you can take the one you have and change it, taking into consideration what led to the relapse this time. Triggers don't always reveal themselves in the beginning, and you may have some that you didn't even know about. If you are watching this because you have relapsed or you have a loved one who has relapsed, don't lose hope. Give us a call today and we can help you find the best options to suit your needs and budget. You are worthy and deserving of getting the treatment that will save your life. Please feel free to comment, like, or subscribe to our channel.